Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, football fans. It's Christmas Eve. We got Broncos at Patriots. Broncos favored by 6.5 points. Let's start with our co-host. Merry Christmas to Nicholas Kerr, to Tony Parlay Reyes. How you doing, gentlemen?
Doing good. I'm probably a lot warmer than you guys right now, but Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yeah, fuck you, Nick. All right, Broncos, Patriots. Tony, let's start with you. Talk to us about donkeys at Pats.
6.5 points is a lot for that road team to be favored in, is despite how bad that Patriots team is. What happened to your Broncos against Detroit? Man, did they just I don't know, man. I just don't want to talk about officiating like it is like the main story. I feel like that is a part of every game. Man, the Broncos just had a lot of trouble over the middle. They could not cover Sam Laporta to save their life, and you were worried about that run game, and they went to it, and the run game was really a problem for the Broncos defense. 6.5 is just too many points, man. I think the Broncos win this game, but not by that much, so I'll take the Patriots to cover.
All right. So going back to that Lions game, like that, I told you guys, like that's just a team that the Broncos don't match up well with, and that proved out. Like they did not lose that game because of officiating, but yes, officiating big issue in the NFL this season. Like they can't even call like basic one. Like it used to be like, oh, is it a catch or is like that actually like defense, like defensive pass interference, and like those were the big questions in the game. Like, oh, did he actually step out of bounds? Now it's just like the completely like formulaic fucking basic calls of offsides we can't even manage to get right now. And so that's just where I'm at with officiating, is like we can't even get the basic ones right. And so I don't know what to do with NFL officiating. Like, it's going to be an issue in the playoffs. Like, I don't think any of us can deny that, and you just have to accept it. But back to this game, like Tony said, Broncos still very much shook from that Detroit game. And then this is also just a weird road run where they're still on the road, have to go to Detroit to Foxborough. So I think it's going to be a lot closer game, but no, Patriots, they're a bad team. They're one of like the bottom tier teams, like with the Panthers and some others. Like hell, like the Bears are better than them, the Giants are better than them. So many other teams, like you could say the Chargers are better than them. All these different things. Yeah, like I still think end of the day, Broncos win out, but Pats will keep it close. So let's check in with our AFC East expert, Nick Kerr. Tell us about Patriots and Broncos.
I don't know, Chris. That whole roundabout way of talking about the officiating and everything, and then you picking the Patriots in a closer game. I think you're saying that Bill Belichick's gonna have something to do with the outcome of this game. Could be wrong, but that's what it sounded like to me. But either way, I think that the Broncos, yeah, they had a poor showing against the Lions last week, but I think this is their bounce back game, and what better opponent to do it against? So yeah, I'm taking the Broncos in this game by at least a touchdown.
And like honestly, at the end of the day, Nick, like that's all I want. I just want the win out of this game. Don't care whether they cover or not. Just win. If the Broncos can win out their last 3 games, that's Patriots, Chargers, Raiders. Like they have an 80% chance of making it to the playoffs. So yeah, like this is a must-win game for the Broncos, but we've seen it from them this year. This is also a game where they could completely shit the bed and lose in some weird, embarrassing fashion. So like can't write off anything yet, but yeah, I think the Broncos got this. All right, moving off Christmas Eve and now moving to Christmas Day, we have the Raiders at the Chiefs, divisional matchup. KC favored by 10 points in this one. Tony, we'll start with you. Talk to us about Chiefs and Raiders.
Blowout game written all over it, man. The Raiders just got Staley fired, scoring 63 points, just way too high off their own supply. going into Kansas City and Arrowhead on Christmas, like, you know that's going to be a raucous environment. And this Chiefs team is just trying to get the pieces together for this playoff run where they're just facing cupcake after cupcake and backup quarterback after backup quarterback. Just doesn't seem like a good formula for Aiden O'Connell and that Raiders team going in there. Even though it's a double-digit spread, I still think the Chiefs cover this with ease, man. It just seems like a horrible spot for the Raiders to go in there and try and cover on this one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Tony. Like, that's just a bad spot for the Raiders to be in. Like, Arrowhead's going to be rocking on Christmas Day. And then on top of it, like, I'll call it now. Bounce back game, Kadarius Toney. Just watch. But no, like, KC, like, ever since that Mahomes rant, like, they seem like a team that's pissed off, and I think they're going to take out a lot of that aggression on a divisional matchup here in the Raiders, and they're going to show them who's boss. So give me the Chiefs. Me and Tony in agreement, so let's check in with Nick. Oh, he's a lonely elf on his lonely island.
Yeah, I just don't get me wrong. I don't think that the Raiders are going to win this game. Well, they could. But I just think that the spread is too high. I think it's probably going to be a one-score game. Just Patrick Mahomes the last few weeks, you could see his emotions running. And I think he's going up against a bad opponent in that regard, because I think Max Crosby might get into his head a little bit, and he might have some errant throws. There might be another drop or two. I think the Chiefs still win this game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than this 10-point spread.
All right. Max Crosby, dude definitely hits blunts, I'll tell you that much. Next Christmas game, one of these games is on Peacock too, so good luck with all the dads trying to find these fucking games. Next up, we have Tommy DeVito and the Giants against the Eagles, who, holy shit, they're in a dark place right now. Despite being in that dark place, Philly favored by 11.5 points in this one. Tony, let's start with you. You're our NFC East expert. Talk to us about Giants and Eagles.
Something's wrong with Philly, man. Something is wrong, dude. You know something is wrong when you're turning to Matt Patricia to try and help save your defense. Like, I don't know, dude. Something got fractured, like, because they weren't able to keep those, like, wins going. I honestly think that San Francisco game broke that team. And then, like, Dallas lost right after it, kind of just, like, put the nail in the coffin on them. If that team goes to the playoffs, they're gonna lose the first game they play. Like, that team, you can see that team, like, they are just, like, discombobulated, man. And how did they lose that game yesterday, or on Monday night? How did they lose that game? Like, Drew Lock is leading like a game-winning drive against this defense. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Drew Lock is leading game-winning drives against your defense. Like, 11.5 points. That's insane. Even if the Eagles win this game, it's not going to be like a blowout. Like, they have serious issues defensively. Offense doesn't look like it's all in sync. Now, Kelsey's getting called for penalties every game. I don't know what's going on with that team, but something is wrong. So give me all 11.5 points at Tommy DeVito and the Cutlets, man.
Nick, what about yourself?
I mean, I couldn't have said it any better than Tony right there. Yeah, this Eagles team, it's ever since that Chiefs game, they've just been snowballing. Like, they put all their eggs in that basket, and it's just been letdown after letdown since then. I do still think they win this game because the Giants, they've lost 10 straight going to Philadelphia. So I think that extends, but the Eagles still win it, but it's not going to be a pretty game.
All right. I'm in agreement with both of you. Like, hey, you Vin Diesel. I'm going with the Giants on this one. Like, this is just brewing to be bad. And you know why? It's fucking Christmas in Philadelphia. A team that's lost 3 in a row. If the Giants end up going up in this game by any amount of points, like, hide Santa Claus. Like, that dude's gonna get fucking pelted with some fucking whatever they have in their hands. They're gonna throw it. So this could be one of those games where, like, much like the was the Philadelphia Phillies experience, man. When those fans turn on you, they turn on you fucking fast. And this game just has that written all over it. I think the Eagles still win this, but like I said, if Giants come out strong, like end up getting up by a touchdown or two, like those fans are gonna be fucking livid. So good luck with that. And then also agree with Tony. Yeah, they're gonna lose their first game in the playoffs. You're a fraud squad. Okay. Final Christmas game, technically Monday Night Football. So all you dads that got lost on the streaming channels, turn it back to ESPN. Got the Ravens and the Niners. San Francisco favored by 5.5 points in this one. Got number 1 AFC Ravens against, Niners are number 1 in NFC right now. So it's potential Super Bowl matchup right here. Tony, kick it to you first on this one. Talk to us about Ravens Niners.
So many thoughts I got on this game, man. I've been trying to figure out why I don't want to give Brock Purdy credit, why nobody wants to give Brock Purdy credit, and I don't know why. I don't. It baffles me. I don't think it has anything to do with his draft position. It's like, I don't know. I just watched that team, and I watch him, and I'm like, you just seem so ordinary. But he is making plays. They seem like the most complete team this year by far on offense and defense when everyone is healthy. 5.5 points seems like a lot, but I don't know. So if Lamar goes there and he wins this game, give him the MVP. Give him the MVP. If Lamar goes there and wins this game, give him the MVP because Lamar's got that team rolling. He's playing really well despite losing Mark Andrews earlier this year and despite being in a new scheme. Seems like he's thrown downfield more. He's got more weapons with the receivers. When they got Odell, they invested in got Zay Flowers, but if Lamar wins this, I would be very impressed. This Niners team just seems like a machine right now. I'm picking the Niners to go ahead and win. I think they go ahead and win this with ease.
I do think this is like the de facto game for the MVP this season, whether it's Lamar Jackson or Brock Purdy. I'd say at this stage in the game, it's down to those two. Unless magically Tyreek just comes into consideration, which no, he'll probably get Offensive Player of the Year. But I'm going with the Niners in this game. For me, the only way I see the Ravens winning is they have to play perfect football. Lamar Jackson would have to have an MVP game to win this. That Niners team is a well-oiled machine right now, and they're just blowing teams out of the water. And so I think it's the same here. They're going to come out and they're going to stomp the Ravens, and everybody's going to, that next Tuesday is going to be saying it's Niners versus everyone at this point. So, Nick, what about yourself?
I agree with both of you. This Niners team is a well-oiled machine. They're rolling right now. I think the only thing that can stop them is themselves and injuries like it did last year. Otherwise, I think they're going to be a hard out for anybody. So the Ravens team is very good. Obviously, they're leading the AFC right now, but they are having a little bit of that on their own because they just lost another running back last week to injury. So I think at a certain point of time, these are going to start to take a toll on this team, and hopefully not sooner rather than not later. So I'm taking the Niners in this game.
All right. Those are our Christmas games. So we have a little bonus bet here for you. We're going to do a Christmas movie draft, so join us for that. All right. Thanks to all you that have stuck around for this. We're going to do Christmas movie draft. So, Tony, start with the Grinch over there that hates Christmas movies for some reason. Give us your Christmas movie power rankings, starting with number 5.
All right. There's just too many, man. There's just too many bad ones, man. And I don't know. I'm grinching on that, huh? Number 5, Home Alone, man. Home Alone. Debated between Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Give me the first one, man. I like the classic. Give me Home Alone. Home Alone 1, getting that 5 spot on the list.
Number 4.
Scrooged. I like that. The classic.
Okay.
Bill Murray. He always gets me, and I'm always caught into it. I'm like, all right, let's go. Scrooge, number 4. This is a good one here. Number 3, Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is an underrated Christmas movie. I watched that movie. Maybe there's some stuff in there that would get canceled now, but I still enjoy it. Arnold Schwarzenegger getting that toy for his kid. I like Jingle All the Way. Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 leads me to number 2. Little wild card action. I put Batman Returns on here because I don't know if it is a Christmas movie. It kind of is playing that little theme there. It happens all at Christmas time. Just really like it. It's got some good Christmas scenes, Christmas theme. And of course, number 1, man, you're not going to beat Christmas Story, man. Christmas Story, watch it every year. That's going to be my top Christmas movie.
All right. Actually, a pretty surprising list from Tony.
Yeah.
Nick, your turn. Kick us off with number 5 of your Christmas movie power rankings.
All right, so Tony brought up some movies that I completely forgot about. So I'm not changing my list. I went a little different. Like I did combine some. Like for my number 5, they're not full movies, but growing up I loved them. It's gonna be a combination of Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and the Charlie Brown Christmas. So like each one of those is only like a half hour. So you put them all together, you get one movie. So I'm gonna go with that. Number 5. Number 4, I went with A Christmas Story. It's one of those classics that it just plays literally all day. So you got to catch it at least once. Number 3, I went with Four Christmases. I actually saw that one again recently, and just Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon and the other cast of characters in that movie, it's just really funny. For number 2, I went with How the Grinch Stole Christmas, both the original and the Jim Carrey version. I love both of them. And then number 1, I went with Home Alone. Just another one of those classics.
You got some NFL officiating going on with your number 2 pick there, buddy. That's suspect, but we'll give it to you.
Hey, it's my list.
All right. So number 1 again was Home Alone for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, for me, number 5. It's got to be said, people. Like, come on. Nobody said it here. Die Hard.
True.
You're not watching that at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. Next up, number 4. Give me Just Friends. With that's my wild card pick with Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart. Fucking love this movie.
Man.
Love it. So much about it. Great comedy. Set during the holiday time. Definitely has the vibes of coming back to your hometown during Christmas for sure. It just captures that perfectly. So definitely check that out if you haven't. But yeah. And then next up, number 3, Gremlins, baby. Like, come on. Tony knew this was coming. Love me some Gremlins. I'm not watching that during Halloween season. I'm watching that during Christmas season. I mean, you have Gremlins doing, like, caroling, so clearly a Christmas movie. Number 2, for me, Jingle All the Way. Tony, yeah, like, he had it. Ta-ta, Turtle Man. Great movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Poor Jake Lloyd is up the road in Fort Collins at a crazy asylum right now. So just caution, don't do any Star Wars movies. But yes, love Jingle All the Way. And then number 1, like, come on, both of you. I know Tony has a personal hatred against Chevy Chase, but give me Christmas Vacation. Like, that's just, you gotta pull that out every Christmas and watch it. I've watched that movie dozens of times at this point. Honestly, probably gonna watch it when we're done recording this video right now. But yes, love me some Christmas Vacation. Shitter's full this episode. We're wrapping up. So yeah, before we wrap it up, Tony, do you have any just Christmas wishes, things to say?
Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in, baby. Keep tuning in. We'll keep delivering the goods.
Always just succinct with your responses, Tony. Love it.
Lots of presents.
Nick, what about you?
Yeah, I just want to say Merry Christmas too. Yeah, I'm just thankful for this entire season, like being able to do this entire year with you guys. It's just been fun.
Yep. Same. I'm happy that us as sports buds, we've made it to another Christmas here. And hey, like all of us get to talk about some meaningful football at Christmas time. Holy shit, would have never predicted that. Yeah, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever your jam might be during this time. And then, yeah, we'll see you before the new year, so we'll talk to you about that then. But just, yeah, everyone have a good Christmas. It's about family, friends, and all that stuff, so just do that. Football, all this that we talk about, it's very much secondary, so yes, go hang out with whoever you love in this world and do that. That's me being sappy. I'll stop with that. Hope everyone enjoys some Christmas football, some Christmas movies. Thanks to all of you for watching us this year. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching the Sports Buds. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.